Hi everybody, I just thought it'd be easier to make a video talking about just some basic things around Facebook because I've had some different questions as to how do I keep getting sort of new people as customers, because I, like everybody else, at one point was like, I've run out of people. I've talked to everybody I know, and I don't want to make all the people that I've already talked to crazy by bringing it back up. So when I went to conference last July, Poya had done a really great workshop on how to utilize Facebook the best way you possibly can. So I'm going to give you a few tips that have worked well for me. First, I started being more consistent about posting. And for me, I wasn't comfortable doing it twice a day like some people recommend, because again, I know it feels like everybody is seeing all your posts, but they're not. But for me, I feel comfortable posting about 5 times a week. And I make sure that I'm doing enough personal ones in between my Nerium ones so that everything on my wall is not all Nerium. There's personal stuff. And Poya's rule of thumb was 3 personal posts to 1 Nerium post. So I try to stay pretty close to that. Sometimes I will go back to back Nerium ones if I see a before and after that blows my mind, then I say I couldn't even help it. The other thing that he said was try to make the comments at the top pretty short. And don't even mention always, like sometimes you can, but don't always mention even what the product is that they're using, because that might entice somebody to reach out to you to say, what did that person use in that product? And I also found when you do action items, like a lot of times I'll do something that says comment below with a finger pointed down, saying, or comment me below or something like that, because sometimes people would be more apt to do that than necessarily reaching out. The other thing is try not to put your buying website in your comment. Up at the top, in your post at the top. If you're going to put it on there, you put it in a comment. For some reason, I guess the algorithm with Facebook will do something with it, so it'll kind of bury it. So I've been told if you put it in the comment, that's fine. What's interesting is Angela, and I posted some tips that she had given. And again, she's a rock star. She says she actually never gives people her buying website. She wants them to ask her to connect with them so she can place the order for them. I try to, but sometimes people just want to do it themselves. So you got to kind of feel that one out. Never reshare unless there's something very specific. Like I think one time I reshared something Beth did because she had the bracelets on her hand and I liked what she had to say, that I just felt like that was worth sharing the whole thing. But for the most part, if you see a post you really like, just post it as your own. Save the picture to your camera roll. You can even copy and paste pretty much what they wrote up at the top if you really liked it, and then paste it to your post on your wall. Change it up maybe a tiny bit, change an emoji, do something that personalizes it a little bit, and then send it out as your own. The other huge thing, and this was something that Poya was so helpful, was friend requesting 5 new people. And I don't do it every day, but I try to do it at least 3 or 4 times a week. And sometimes it's not 5, depending on who I find that has mutual friends to me. But friend requesting anywhere between 3 and 5 new people, and at least 4 times a week if you can, that is going to expand your audience. And so where I find that is sometimes suggested friends by Facebook, and I think you guys have all seen that. I'll click on them and I'll see if we have mutual friends. Occasionally I'll accept another Nerium friend, but I feel like I have so many Nerium friends, I'm actually trying to expand my warm market. So unless it's somebody that I'm either going to post or tag their name on a post, I try not to friend request new Nerium people unless I've met them. Like when I got back from Cancun, I friend requested some new people from Nerium. But friend requesting new people, or if you have a friend that like posted something and then, some of them, like you'll see 35 comments. I'll read through those comments and click on the profiles and see if I have a bunch of mutual friends with them, and those are people that I will friend request. And then I will tell you this, I don't then send them a message about Nerium. I start going to their Facebook page and I start engaging with them by commenting, liking, just interacting with them. And I do that for a while. And then because we do these online parties, so on and so forth, then after I've been engaging with them, and maybe at this point now too, because when I do that, my posts are getting pushed through their feed. When I interact with them on their page, then my posts will get pushed through their page. That is the algorithm of Facebook. So that's why I literally dedicate 15, 20 minutes, sometimes a half hour a day of just like scrolling through people's pages and interacting with them, because then I know my posts are going to get out there. So that's a really important thing. And then if I've been engaging with them, then I will reach out to them if we're having a Facebook party or something and say, hey, we're having an online party. I'm sure you've seen some of my crazy posts about this anti-aging wellness company I'm excited about. If you're at least bit curious, let me know. I can add you to it. If you're not, no worries. Just figured I'd reach out. More times than not, they say, yeah, I'd love to know. I've been wondering. So then you add them. So that's kind of one of my tricks. And then the other thing is, as a team, not only do I spend 15, 20 minutes to a half hour making sure that I'm engaging with these new people so that we're starting to become Facebook-like friends, which is really fun too, by the way. I've met some really great, cool new people doing that. But it's really important as a team that we help each other out. So when you see, and I want you guys, on occasion, it doesn't have to be every day because I know we're all busy and we don't have time to do this, but we're helping each other, is go on each other's pages and try to scroll through. And if you see one of your teammates' posts, as much as it's nice for you to like it, it's more important for you to, in the comment, to put a heart, put a thumbs up, put a hands up. It takes 2 seconds. But that, when you comment, it gets pushed back up to the top of the feed so more people will see it again for them. So you really are helping them out by recirculating it back up to the top. If we could all do that for each other, I make sure that I dedicate a lot of time doing that, as much as I can for all of you. Granted, I probably miss some because, again, we don't see everybody's feeds all the time. I will try to systematically go through. Chris is listening to the television so loud downstairs while he's exercising. I'm sorry, my whole house was just shaking. But really try to step up and help each other if you can. So those are just some quick snippets. If I think of anything else, I'll add it. Please feel free to ask questions if any of this seem confusing, but I've been wanting to talk about this with a lot of you. I know Zooms are tough right now. I know in general, May and June is crazy with prom, semi-formals, graduations. There's just a lot going on, but I wanted to make sure I touched base with all of you about this. So please reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'm really looking forward to a great June. And I'm going to send a note about a new contest, and Ashley was the only one that chimed in about how best to recruit brand partners. So I am going to chime in about what I think that might be too. So I hope everybody has a great night. I will talk to you all soon.